So guys, in today's video, we are going to be checking out what is coming for the June 2026 update. So without further ado, let's begin. We are going to go over the specific things we are the most curious about, starting with Bunny.
So I'm not surprised. We have a Descendant balance here, or buff, I guess, the part 50 bazillion to make everybody a little bit better and more closer to Serena. So Bunny, what happened to Bunny?
They started with the change they made to her force skill, the maximum power force skill. Remember that one that she's basically holding her hands in front of her chest and
The
shooting
chest
out?
attack. The chest
No,
attack.
it's the hands. I think it's more of the hands.
That's her base skill. That's
Yes.
her base if you don't have anything. That's not the same anymore if you
No.
have no Transcendent.
Exactly. They fully changed the skill because they said that didn't fit Bunny playstyle. We still have that, but we don't have it as a base skill anymore. Now we have a thing called the flash kick. That is basically a dash forward and hit the enemies with my legs type of skill.
Does it seem better or does it seem worse? If it's a quicker playstyle to her because she's really fast and moves around, shooting that beam out of her, while there are certain builds that were really, really strong, we actually used one. Like you said, it doesn't really fit that well with her speed and stuff. So does this feel like it works better for her? Or does it look like it will work better for her play, how you would use her?
We have to test it, but it seems of an improvement.
Now, that was the biggest change to her base kit. Did they make any other changes to her skills 1, 2, and 3, or was it just buffs and stuff?
I think in general she's just stronger. People will say though, oh, but I had a build. Remember, we have a build where we're using that maximum power attack all the time in a Colossus. We still have that, but they moved that one to the module called electrical charge. And if you don't remember which one this is, because we never use it really, it's the one that you had to jump 100 times to be able to do AoE damage with the jump. They added it to that one.
Did they change any other of her Transcendent cards?
Yeah, okay, so the first change was that they added the maximum power to electrical charge. You still have the jumping AoE, but you don't have to do the 100 requirement previous jump to be able to attack, to use it. They also changed electric condense. Remember, this one is the one that you had to charge and then you explode. And the longer you charge it, the more damage you do to a specific target. It looks like people were not charging it. So they fully changed that to now it's an Insta thing. It's the same concept, but you don't have to charge it.
I thought they changed one other one that we actually used, where it shot the little electric things out instead of a circle. That one's different.
They changed high voltage. I think that's the one you're talking about.
High voltage, yeah, high voltage.
Now you can hit more targets with it, from 4 to 5, and you can stack the attacks in a specific enemy, so you can do overall more damage. They also changed bionic field that we basically never used, Transcendant, to recover HP and have more survivability by using the first skill at the same time, and the electric transition Transcendant module 2. That one, I don't remember how it was originally, but now it looks like you don't have cooldown when you have that one equipped. But the one that is the most interesting to me is the electrical link. This is their gun module.
So Bunny is getting a gun build like everybody else, not surprised. They've been doing that.
Electrical link will be her gun build. Used to be called superconductor module, and he said that basically nobody used it, so they decided to transform into her gun build module. It looks like you're using the thunder cage, but with Bunny. Instead of going vertical attacks from the sky with a thunder, it's just more like a horizontal AoE effect.
Now, did they mention or say anything? Sometimes they say they give them a little more HP or a little bit more defense or anything. Did they mention any of that?
I don't remember hearing any of that because you had that Transcendant supposedly helps you to recover HP. So you're struggle with survivability, probably you should be using that bionic field Transcendant.
Okay, so not necessarily in order. We don't always cover the skins, but there is one that's kind of important, I guess. It's kind of a big deal, and it'd be the new collaboration. It looks like there's going to be new skins there.
Yeah, this collab is a big deal. It's a big IP. It's the Neon Genesis Evangelion is an anime that was really famous. It still is, but it was big in the late 90s, early 2000s. I thought maybe each character will have a specific skin, but no, you can use, for example, the red skin that will be Asuka. You can use that skin with 4 to 5 different descendants. It's not just for one specific descendant. So I guess that is nice if you care about buying it, and they have also weapon skins and sword skins that go with that.
Moving on to number 3, Onslaught Mode Additional Update 1. So they kind of got it into the place where it's official, but they said they were going to keep working on it, and here they clearly are. What did they do to Onslaught mode?
For this update, the things they did was to improve the UI. It looks like it will be easier to keep an eye on the gauge and the things that you need to worry about when you're trying to defend. They also improved the bombardment support. I think that is the one that you call in the bombs from the sky.
Oh, you can barely see them sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it visually is improved, but they added more damage and the range it covers is bigger. Oh yeah, they also said that they wanted to make the gameplay in this mode more interesting, but I don't know what they meant by that exactly.
So he was very generic in just saying that.
Yeah, and he also wanted to be sure that we know that more updates to these mods are coming. This is just the first one of the future ones we are going to be getting.
Number 4, Bastion of Immortality. This, I think, is a new mission. I can't believe it. A new mission. We're not skipping this time.
Yeah.
What is this going to be? What exactly is interesting about it, or what did he say?
The first thing they said is that they are going to make this mission vertical with a main elevator you have to keep taking to keep going, I'm assuming, up. And he was really adamant about how each level is going to be randomized, so different routes, kind of like the Void Vessel, not really fully procedurally generated, but sometimes one door opens instead of the other one, similar concept. It's not going to be too big either, so they are confident that you can bring Descendants that don't have a lot of range as well. They should work as good as the ones that can cover a lot of ground.
Did they say anything about, because usually when there's a new mission, they say something that there's going to be mats to grind or whatever. I'm sure there's going to be something, but they didn't say anything about if it's going to have parts for a weapon or for a future Descendant or anything like that.
No Descendant seems like, unless they add it later, but there's going to have a new weapon, ultimate weapon called the Shackles of Mortality. So he said specifically the amorphous patterns for that weapon with the new material and 2 new trigger modules, the electric display and the golden ensemble.
Okay, what's the next thing?
So if you're talking about the new weapon, new ultimate weapon, the Shackles of Mortality, let's just dive in a tiny bit more in this one. It applies an effect to the enemy that looks like the bullets are basically rotating around the enemy and slowly do AoE damage over time.
So this looks like this is a pistol. This is going to be like a hand cannon. Is this the green ammo, or did he not even specify?
Maybe he showed it, but I don't remember if it was a green ammo. Yeah, it looks like a hand cannon. It actually opens when the unique ability activates. And one interesting thing he said about this weapon is that it's going to be based on the critical hit damage of the player.
Typically with these updates, they always balance out a Descendant, and then they usually do some weapons. I can see 2 range. I see the Albion Cavalry. I'm not sure what that second one is, and then I see all the swords. So all the swords there, except for the Hyper. Oh no, all of them are there. Hyper.
All the swords are there. Yeah. Let's start with the weapons first, because that's more like a normal thing for each month. For the Albion Cavalry gun, they said that this weapon, the unique ability, is going to be based on Descendants that have critical hit setup. Critical hits will trigger a ricochet effect, and that ricochet, if it's as well another critical hit, it will ricochet and another ricochet and so on. So it will keep ricocheting as long as each one is a critical hit. He also mentioned that the higher critical rate you have, the higher the damage overall of the weapon and the more ricochets you can generate. The second weapon that you didn't recognize because we barely use it but we have it is the Razor. He said that they just improved the unique ability degrading enzymes to just have more faster, like generate more enzymes faster, have more range and do more damage. And that's it.
Okay, what about the swords? Do we not have ammo and can we move better?
We finally do not consume ammo using any sword at all.
Wow, that's like probably the biggest thing to the update.
He said also that they improved the damage overall, and specifically he said that the Deus Ex and Crime and Punishment special attack, the movement of those special attacks will be improved so you can reach enemies easier.
Okay, so the improvements and the changes to the swords, I mean, just the ammo alone is a pretty big deal. I didn't usually run out of ammo because I use it kind of as a supplement thing, but that's still huge, I think. And then just buffing the damage and whatnot is pretty important. So we're usually, with these updates, we get a rotation on the Abyss Colossus, and this time we get the Tormentor. Is there anything new about this, or is he just going to be like, you know, bringing him back around, basically?
There's 2 new things with him. For the regular version, the Beast version, he said that the devs were not happy that people were killing him in like 0.0002 seconds. So they are doing something about that. I don't know if they are giving him more HP or what, but they are changing that. You shouldn't be able to kill him as quickly anymore. And for the challenge version, they added a new mechanic based on polarity, like a magnet. So the Descendants are going to have one polarity, whether it's positive or negative, and the Colossus is going to have a different polarity. And the only way you can interact with these rods that appear to destroy them is that you have to be the opposite polarity of what it is. And they're going to keep changing. So it's going to be a bit more annoying to deal with them in challenge version.
What else?
We mentioned this early with the new mission, but we have 2 new trigger modules that we are going to be grinding in the new dungeon. The electric display and the golden ensemble. He showcased the electric display with Bunny, which what it does is that it helps her to recover more MP and rounds, so they think that you're going to be using this trigger module with her gun build. And the golden ensemble he showed with Luna, they think it's going to be useful for the Luna's Battlefield Concert and Noise Surge, and what it does is overall increase your skill power and your range. But the interesting thing about this trigger module, he said that the increase on the range is good enough for you to avoid using range modules in your build itself if you're using this trigger module.
I guess the last big thing is just the quality of life improvements. They usually do these 2, and I can see Valby improvements. That's one that I'm interested in.
Now you can use the grappling hook when you're in your 3rd skill. That's the main thing.
That's actually a good change. Actually a good change.
We complained about this when we were testing her, saying how we wish we could use her grappling hook when we were in the 3rd skill instead of stopping it and using it. And it looked like there were other issues with her cooldown and specific modules. They fixed that. They didn't change it, just made it work like it's supposed to work. Another thing that I was really happy to hear is that they're improving the drop rates for the modules, specifically the Transcendent modules. People were complaining about the NES module. You haven't gotten it yet, right?
No, we ran the Void Vessel like a million times, and I keep getting the same original ones, but not the new ones.
Yeah, they recognized that people were struggling getting the new Transcendent modules, specifically the NES ones, for the last update. They're supposed to improve that in this coming update. You should be able to get it easier, which is amazing because remember, it took me like a month to get the one from Yuji, from Ultimate Yuji.
Yeah, sometimes those drops were really, really bad. Sometimes they weren't bad at all for me. Like, Yujin was easy, but yeah, NS, I can't get that one. I just quit. I gave up on it.
Yeah. And the other thing that was interesting to hear is that the MP recovery mechanism changed. When you're in combat, the MP recovery is atrocious. They are going to improve that from 3.5 seconds to 1 second. So every second you should be slowly getting MP back in combat. So guys, that was everything for today's video. We didn't really cover the new events or the new skins like the bikini swimsuit skins that are coming. We really don't care about that in this channel. Mostly I was curious about the collab because that's a big IP.
Based on the fact that he said why they didn't stream it and whatnot, and I was just assuming it's because they weren't going to have anything. It was going to be this just crummy update that had nothing in it. And it's not like it's an insane one, but the weapons changes, specifically to the swords, I think was just good. It's not like I'm excited for it because I don't use them that much, but that's pretty important. The new ultimate weapon could be interesting, and the Bastion of Immortality mission, if it's different at least, could be interesting. Everything else I don't really care that much. The bunny changes, okay, maybe she can be super powerful, but I don't really care. The Tormentor, don't really care. The improvements, I'm happy about them, but it's not something that I'm so excited that if I wasn't playing the game I'd come back to. And the Onslaught mode didn't sound like there was too much happening right now, so it's kind of like a 50-50. There's some things I want to see, but I'm not like super excited for it.
I guess I'm more excited about Bunny's changes than you because I will consider myself a Bunny main. I used to play this character non-stop at the beginning when she was really strong. I don't think her changes are like groundbreaking, but I still want to try her out, especially like in the harder, stronger endgame content, like the new mission. So guys, let us know down in the comments how you feel about what is coming, and thank you so much for watching.